Welcome to the Business Happy Hour with your hosts, Frank Cotto from Lincoln Lending Group, Ryan Pelkey from Tampa Bay Plumbers, and Doug Ford with Suncoast Roofing Solutions on 970 WFLA. These three business owners will teach you how to work to live it up, not live to work. Now sit back, grab a cold one if you have one, and get ready for some serious business talk with three hilariously serious business owners. Now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back, Tampa Bay, to the Business Happy Hour. You are listening to Frank Cotto, your host in studio. I have Ryan Pelkey, my co-host.
Hey, how you doing, Frank? Good afternoon.
All right, good afternoon to you. And Doug Ford, owner of Suncoast Roofing. How you doing, Doug?
Everything's good. How are you?
Doing great. It's Friday. It's happy hour somewhere.
Yes, sir.
We just got a little Hooters in us a little earlier. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Left my computer there.
Yeah, Ryan left his laptop at Hooters. That's a good start to the happy hour, of course. But we have some very exciting news to tell you guys. We are now live on Facebook, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we can be found. What's our page? It's the Business Happy Hour. That's it, right?
Yeah, Business Happy Hour. Just go to Facebook, search the Business Happy Hour, and you'll find us. Like our page, and then you'll get our updates every time we're about to go live every Friday.
Right.
So,
and you can actually watch us on
to.
there.
Yeah, you can stream right from there.
That's pretty nice, pretty nice. We have a guest in studio that we're going to bring up a little bit later. It's a good friend, Dave Folk, the owner of National Credit Federation. Dave, you want to say hi?
Man, hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to let him say hi. We're going to let him chime in on some of this crazy news that we're going to be talking about. Something's going on with my headphones, so I don't think I'm crazy if you guys are watching.
You got that silver tip in there and not the gold one.
Yeah, this guy gives me the cheap connector tip today. He gets the gold-plated tip.
There's too much going on not to chime in.
He gave me the Bernie Sanders tip over here, I think. But lots of news out there. We're going to go right into it. You guys know who we are. Ryan owns Tampa Bay Plumbers. I own Lincoln Lending Group. Doug, Suncoast Roofing Solutions. So you'll see all our commercials in the middle of the show. We won't waste your time. There's so much that happened in the media and the news. Unbelievable week.
Tragic
Orlando.
week.
I'd say Orlando had the worst week that they've ever had.
Oh my gosh,
definitely.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable what happened over there. So in case you've been living under a rock, Orlando had a horrific terrorist attack. The largest mass shooting in U.S. history at the Pulse Orlando nightclub. When it happened last Saturday, I think it was
Saturday night, like midnight.
Yep,
1 o'clock in the morning.
And so you had this crazy gunman, and I'm gonna break from the Obama talking and go right into it. This Islamic terrorist, okay, hell bent on killing us. Obviously had a problem with homosexuals. It was a gay nightclub, so no need to hide that. They have a problem, from what I understand, the Islamic terrorist with all of us, not to mention I don't know, women, gays.
Well, I saw that post. Wasn't it a guy talking about at a mosque in Orlando was ranting about killing gays and things like that?
Well, he was saying that was the most humane thing for them. Just it was just
put them out of their misery.
Basically, yeah. That was the stance that he took.
What's wrong with people?
And he's being paid to speak at various mosques all over the country.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, it's a fact.
It's insane.
So the whole thing about this debate, I mean, I don't see how you can be on the other side. I can understand that you don't want to necessarily discriminate based on religion or choice or something. But am I wrong that in Sharia law in the Quran, doesn't it basically say kill everyone who doesn't agree? I mean, am I being too general when I say that?
I've never read it, but I've heard in those things and terms, yes.
I thought you read Arabic. You don't read Arabic? No? No.
I thought they have an American version of that you have?
I don't know. I have the pocket Quran, so mine's all, footnotes.
I think it's probably, I've never read it either, but if it's anything like the Bible, if you take the Bible literally as well, there's some pretty scary stuff in the Bible too.
There is.
You just can't be a nutbag and buy into and eat into that
is
sauce.
Nutbag, is that a proper term, nutbag?
That's a new term for our show, apparently.
We're not going to mention that shooter's name, right?
I don't even remember the guy's name.
No, and nobody should.
He's not worth it.
He's a nutbag a-hole, exactly. Yeah, the guy, I mean, and the sad thing is, you think that these guys are just, out off the wall, just crazy terrorists, but this guy had a wife and a 3-year-old kid, too.
They're trying to bring the wife up on charges.
She should definitely be. She was there when he bought the ammunition. When she dropped him off at the nightclub several times in the past when he was casing the place out. Yeah, I guess he cased it out at least 5-10 times.
Wow! Did you see she texted "I love you" during the event when it was going on?
Yeah.
Did she really?
Yeah.
So she knew he was doing it. There's absolutely no doubt that she knew he was doing it.
She at least had a good inclination that it was going down, and she could have done something to prevent it. So as far as I'm concerned, she needs.
Now, is she American or is she?
I think she is American. I believe she. No. Wait. Didn't she come from Jordan or something? I don't want to misspeak on this on the radio.
But I'm not sure about her, but I know her parents were Afghanistan, or his parents were born in Afghanistan, or his dad at least.
Right.
Not only born, he tried to run for president.
That's right.
Of Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Well, the way our country's going, if you pull that, probably get Obama elected again. I don't know. So this whole nightclub thing, obviously, people are really eating into the whole situation. They're taking advantage. A lot of liberals would like to now ban every gun on the planet.
Yeah, definitely assault weapons.
Yeah,
assault rifles.
Let's just talk reasonably here. So I never have seen a gun walk into a bar and shoot the place up. Have you?
No.
And
I don't think that was really the problem. It seems like had our law enforcement and the FBI done their jobs
exactly
and followed the laws that are already existing, there would be no chance that this guy would ever have been able to purchase that firearm.
Right.
Didn't we talk about the other day that Switzerland?
Yes.
They have the most guns per capita in the whole world, and they have no crime.
You are actually legally required.
What's that say?
Legally required to have a gun in your home if you're a male over 21 years old.
And I think it's assault rifles and handguns.
And we're not talking, the officers get handguns. The regular guys get assault rifles. They literally hand you an assault rifle. We even looked up which kind it was and everything.
Correct.
And then they issue you 24 rounds of ammunition that you have to carry in your house. And then you get all of your ammunition when you go to the range to train for free. And if you want to stockpile ammunition in your house, you get it at government cost in Switzerland. And then they have the lowest instance. They don't even keep record of gun violence.
And so what's that say? It's not the gun.
The funny thing is they still have a lot less guns. They still have a lot less guns than we do here.
But they're a lot smaller
States.
of a country. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
How many people are over?
Yeah, per capita. I think what he's saying is, there's more per people.
It's per capita. Exactly.
We have over 300 million guns in this country. So liberals, if you're listening, A, turn off the station now. No, we love you. We love liberals. You guys are huge. We love you guys. If you are listening and your feeling is that we're going to get rid of guns in this country, guys, it's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, guns are never going to disappear from America. You can ban assault weapons, you can ban bazookas, you can ban whatever you want. Guns will always be here. So if you really want to solve the problem, why don't you start talking about what the problem is?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the people behind the gun.
Now, wasn't this guy on the government FBI no-fly list for like 2-3 years?
Yeah.
So
and then
why
he was taken off?
Why was he taken off?
Well, the other thing was he actually when he went in to buy the assault the rifle and the ammunition.
Did you just call it an assault weapon?
Yeah, assault rifle. Sorry. When he went to go buy the gun, they called the FBI.
No way.
Yes, they did. They called the FBI because apparently after he inquired about the rifle, he stepped back away from the counter, made a phone call in Arabic, came back to the counter and asked for a bulk 1,000-round pack of .223. And so at that time, they immediately, as soon as he left the store, they called the FBI. The FBI did nothing.
So that's a breakdown in government. So why are they not talking about that?
That's the reason why I'm talking about it right now, because instead of taking away our rights, you can take away as many of our rights as you want. Unless our government does their job to protect us, this problem's never going to go anywhere. In fact, it's going to get worse.
Yeah,
Look at the case studies around the world. That's what happens.
Right. How about we just enforce the laws that are on the books?
Absolutely.
Which, is it a novel idea to start with that, maybe?
I think the most important, easiest one is the convicted felon. If you're a convicted felon, you're not supposed to have a firearm, period.
You're right. That is very true.
And so if we just enforce that one law, imagine how many guns would be taken off the street. I know people that have 30, 40 guns that are convicted felons right now.
Yeah, any names?
Yeah, I could throw a few
that.
out there, but but it's true. I think everyone pretty much knows someone that's a convicted felon that has at least one firearm. If you think about it hard enough, and that's an easy thing to stop right away.
But the thing is, the whole cold hard truth is, if you want a gun, you can get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if you ban guns or not. That guy would have had an assault rifle if he wanted to.
Correct. The whole thing to the people who think the banning guns is going to work is criminals don't walk into except for this guy.
Yeah.
But normally they don't
approval
walk
from the
in.
FBI.
Yeah, you don't go to Gander Mountain and be like, let me have the biggest gun that'll kill the most people, you know?
Yeah. And then 1,000 rounds of 223 to top it off. Put a bow on it.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Unreal.
So, hey, you know, another question. Where the heck is the video of this whole shooting? I know it'd be a disgusting video to watch, but are you guys not surprised that there's no CCTV video that was taken of the whole event? You know, to see what was happening?
I bet you the government's all over that.
You would. Oh,
I'm sure there is. They're just not going to release that.
They're all over that, just like they were all over the report to the FBI.
Well, they did.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
They did.
Yes, some guy had a cell phone video of people in the bathroom while it was all going on.
See, I did hear that one. That's when we can actually hear the shots going on from the bathroom. That's a scary video if you get to listen to that.
And there's another video that was taken from outside the club where you can also hear shots and see some police cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's it's horrible. And then the other event, we I don't want to totally skew from this, but the other event that happened in Orlando. So now we've got baby eating alligators at Disney. I thought it was a new ride that I was hearing, but no, it's real. Like,
it is real.
This was at the Grand Floridian. Have you been to the Grand Floridian?
No, I haven't personally.
Okay, Dave, you've been to the Grand Floridian?
Been there.
I mean, this guy lives it there. I think he has like one of those penthouse suites at the Grand Floridian.
Going tomorrow.
He's going tomorrow.
Nice.
Are you really going tomorrow?
Not to the Grand Floridian, but we'll be at the Caribbean all weekend.
Nice. I have a buddy that's going to Orlando. I was like, you think there's going to be the shorter lines? He checked on the little line thing. They're off the charts. Like, there's nobody even cares that alligators are eating people at Disney.
Well, most people don't go swimming in the ponds at Disney.
So I've been in the Seven Seas Lagoon multiple times, and I've driven those little boats in it and stuff like that. I've never jumped in the water. Doesn't look like a good swimming area to me, especially at 9:30 at night.
Well, it's just it's wading. You don't go wade on the shores. Now, it's almost better if you go in the middle of the lake and swim than it is to sit on the shore and wade, because an alligator, that's what they're gonna prey you. You know, you're prey to them, so they're gonna try to get you from the bank rather than the middle of the lake.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, you shouldn't be scared to go to Disney, but I mean, obviously we have to have some common sense, guys. This isn't Disney's fault. I mean, this is a natural body of water.
The amount of people saying that, Disney's gonna get sued and all this stuff. I mean,
just like it wasn't the gorillas, really. I mean,
that was a very mean-spirited gorilla.
Disney. How long's Grand Floridian been there?
Oh, probably 40 years. Hey, guys, we got to take a break, though. It's going so fast. We're going to be back in a minute. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour on 970 WeBeam TV and now Facebook at the Business Happy Hour.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way?
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, Tampa Bay. Thanks for listening. We are talking all kinds of news and politics. Probably one of the most serious shows that we've had, because there are some pretty serious events that have happened here in our area, and we're only 50 minutes away from the largest shooting in U.S. history.
Yeah, I was there. I was in Orlando.
What were you doing at like 1 a.m.?
I couldn't sleep. I was laying in bed, and at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I started getting the news feeds coming to me.
I didn't see your safety check.
Hey, what was that?
I did that, actually.
Okay,
I did.
I've never seen that before.
Facebook came up with that
after a natural disaster or something.
So how does it work? Like, you had to check in and say you're okay if you're in an area of a natural disaster?
It prompts you, like it knows where you are.
It says, are you okay?
Yeah.
And you say
because
yes.
I had it on my Facebook. It was like, are you check in. I was like, okay, yes. And then everyone was laughing at me. I'm like, hey, I just checked in. Sorry.
I got like 12 of them on my phone. It's like, Tony's okay. John's okay. I'm like, where the hell are these guys at? That was really interesting.
Glad they're okay.
Good job for Facebook for doing that.
Yeah, that was
Dave,
really
you don't
good.
even know him.
No, I had a couple of friends who live in Orlando, and they did the same thing. And I mean, they live near there. Not to say,
Yeah.
Well, I called Zuckerberg when I was laying in bed, and I was like, this would be a good idea. And so he got right on it.
Doug was calling a lot of his friends that frequent the Pulse nightclub. So, nothing against that, Doug.
Hey,
Too soon.
Too soon, I know. Speaking of too soon, there's
I've had some
memes
crazy texts.
Yeah, there's
way too soon.
There's a lot of too soon texts out there right now, guys. I won't even mention some of them.
No.
Actually, there was one really funny one, and it wasn't about the nightclub shooting. It was the alligator thing. 'Cause we made fun of the gorilla who got assassinated, a couple weeks ago. Very mean-spirited gorilla. But then it was it was two gorillas sitting on a tree bench, probably in captivity, and the one looks at the other and goes, "Hey, bro, you think they're going to kill that alligator?" I mean, if I can find it, I'm going to put it on the video. It was hilarious. And that one was good.
I guess they're searching for that gator right now.
Yeah, I think
20-footer or something.
Yeah, they've already
20-footer?
Yeah, that's what they said.
I don't think an alligator can grow 20 feet.
I didn't think so either.
I don't even think a Nile crocodile can grow 20 feet.
Maybe a salty got out of the cage.
Yeah, I think the dad might have been embellishing on that. He's like, it was like Loch Ness Monster. The thing came.
We know they did say that there's some they said Nile crocodile, or they found some in the Everglades.
Really?
They found a couple crocodiles in the Everglades that are like that could be 18 feet.
Do you think that's from people who flushed them, had them as pets?
No, it's probably someone brought it as a pet and let it go, and now
that's a good idea.
Yeah. That's a really good idea. Hey, so speaking of, I'm getting, since we're on the live show, I'm getting a couple messages here. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Dan, who just got married. Speaking of crazy things to do, he just got married. So congratulations, Dan, and thanks for watching us live right now. If anybody else is watching us live, last week we did a little giveaway, and we're going to bring it out this week as well. If you text me directly while we are live on the air at 813-765-1239 and just tell us you're watching. Last week I said send me a picture of you watching us from your phone or home or work or whatever, then we're going to send you a $25 gift card to Hooters.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's do Hooters.
But if you're a female, may not want to send you anything then, because she doesn't want to go to Hooters.
All right, okay. Let's see. What for the girls? What do they want? Nordstrom. How about that?
There
Nordstrom.
You go.
You can buy a pair of shoelaces.
You can get into Nordstrom. You can park.
It's an entry fee.
You can park at Nordstrom's for Speaking of Nordstrom's, kind of off topic, but on the gun control thing. I actually got to meet the young lady who was robbed in the parking lot at Nordstrom's less than a year ago at gunpoint. And we had an interesting conversation about her, being very utopian-like, and everybody's good. We don't need guns, that kind of mentality. And it's very funny. Now she's completely changed her mind on gun ownership. Throw a 9mm in my face, and I might want to buy a gun.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. it just brings up, lots of points on that. But anyway, on the screen right now, some news, kind of, more lighthearted news. Philadelphia is now taxing people buying soft drinks. Is this right?
Soda.
So how's
Crazy.
that work?
Yeah,
you said, Doug, a penny and a half?
I think that's like a penny and a half per ounce. So they get taxed.
So if I get a big gulp, it's going to cost me like an extra $1.50 or something like that.
If you drink 44-ounce big gulps, yeah.
Well, first of all, who drinks 44 ounces of big gulps? One of our guests just is peeking through us through the window. We're gonna bring him in for our next show. But anyway, let's go ahead and introduce Dave Folk. Dave Folk, the owner of the National Credit Foundation Federation. What are you, part of Star Wars? What is it, Dave?
It's all good. Yeah, National Credit Federation.
National Credit Federation. I mess with Dave. I've known Dave for a while now. As everybody knows, I do mortgage loans, and not everybody has good credit in America, believe it or not.
No way.
Yeah, I know.
Shocking.
True story.
Real shocking. I'm not going to say that it's the liberals who don't have good credit, because that's not true. But Dave helps out people who have less than perfect credit, basically fix their credit for whatever the reason they want. But the reason Dave and I work together is for mortgage finance. People need to get a loan. You got to have a certain credit score, and Dave's been a great resource for our company for over a year to help that out. And in the next segment, we're going to talk about what Dave does, and we're actually going to have an offer for people to basically get a hold of Dave right away. There's a text number that we're going to give out. Matter of fact, I'll give it out right now. It's 813-344-1347. You have to text WTF. What the FICO to what the folk, because Dave's last name is Folk. Okay, that's what the folk to 813-344-1347. And if you do that, Dave is actually going to give you a credit report for $1. He's going to do a free consultation and a free copy of Dave's book. What's the name of the book, Dave?
It's called the Credit Smackdown. It's the ultimate guide to getting a 720 plus credit score.
What the folk is that?
Exactly. It's a good read, man.
That is a folkin' good read that Dave has over there, I will say. And it's written by a folk, too.
That's right.
He is a good folk. I love this.
Now, when someone has like a 500 credit score, how long does it take for them to get, a 620 or 640 or even higher?
I'm going to tell you exactly what they train lawyers after they spend all this time in school.
You've got 20 seconds to tell them, and then we're going to tell them after this break.
And the answer is, it depends.
That was good. That was good. You have 14 seconds left to explain it depends.
Well, we'll just get it on the next segment.
But hey, we're having a good time. You guys are listening to the Business Happy Hour, either on 970 on Sunday mornings. You're enjoying it, heading out into the ocean, picking up some bait, or you're watching us hopefully live on WeBeam TV or our new Facebook page, The Business Happy Hour. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Dave Folk.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back, Tampa Bay and the rest of the world watching us on the Business Happy Hour. During that break, we were getting crazy amount of text messages from our new listeners. I'm going to throw out a couple guys who are listening right now. Actually, my mom is over here saying, hey, am I the first text? And, first of all, I didn't even say you had to be the first text to win anything here. But I'll give my number out one more time, 813-765-1239, 813-765-1239. Send us a text of you watching the show, and we'll hook you up with a gift certificate. My mom wants to be known by Lee instead of her actual name, but that is her middle name. She's going to kill me for this. My grandmother named her after the incredible General Robert E. Lee. Yeah. Controversial at all? I don't know. Thanks, Grandma. So, anyway, Mom, I know you're going to kill me for that. But
yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, you're dead.
But she's one of our greatest fans. She always has comments about Ryan. I can't believe he just said that on the radio.
I'm horrible. She's my first customer. I love you, Kathy.
Yeah,
she's completely PT about everything.
She's a former. I won't even say what she used to do because she'll probably kill me with that as well. But she listens to Doug. She's like, Doug is the one who's got it together. I was like, what is that supposed to mean?
He's the one that bangs the roofs with the golf balls.
I know, right? I mean, actually, he's supposed to be, this is horrible. Banging my mom's roof with a golf ball. What the fuck is he talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
The roof.
That's
the
awful.
roof. She is trying to get a new roof on the house, and Doug is taking care of it. Let's be very, very clear about all of this. Man, this is unbelievable. Ryan,
Mrs. Cotto, I'm not banging golf balls, I promise you.
Well, I think the roof already needs replacing. There's no hail damage. So.
Well, she tried to get it. They tried to hail damage.
See, that is somebody tried to get her on the hail damage scam a couple of years ago, and Doug saved her from that. That's a whole other thing. You've heard about that, right, Dave? The old hail damage scam?
No, not down here.
The guys go out and after a little storm, they say, you got hail damage on your roof. You need a new roof. And then you jack up your insurance, and the rest is history.
I told you that last time, that they're actually raising insurance rates because of that.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
I swear to God. Talk to Hills about it.
You know what? We're going to have Mike Hills. We're going to have him on the next show. You guys is our favorite insurance guy, Triton Insurance. Mike Hills.
Is he actually going to come on the show, or is he just going to say maybe
he's probably just going to call in?
I think he's going to call in, And the guy, he has a face for radio, though, I tell you. That guy has a face for radio.
A face or a voice?
A voice. He does have a good voice.
He does have a voice, yeah.
Hey, I'm going to say what up to Shay as well. Shay in Palm Harbor is listening to us right now. And then Gary, our good friend Gary, Doug and I's friend. Burden is listening. There goes his last name. That's right. He's listening. Hopefully you're allowed to listen from work, Gary. I think he says, I'm watching you on Facebook, too. You are a beautiful man. Thank you, Gary. It's kind of weird considering the topic is the whole Pulse nightclub thing, but it's okay to each his own. And then Dave Folk in studio is watching us live. He just text messaged me. So you are not eligible for the gift card.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Semantics,
Sorry.
right?
And there's no picture associated, so you still don't get the gift card. But speaking of some Fulkin crazy stats that we have over here, Ryan, tell us. I got to just segue to this before we jump back to
definitely. With the liberals trying to stomp on the Second Amendment, I figured that we should pull up some case studies. And the best one would be Australia.
Yeah.
Australia in '96, they did a mandatory gun confiscation. Compensation.
Whatever.
They took 670,000 guns off the streets, and they paid for them. They spent $500 million doing it.
Oh, that's good.
Which they have about 700,000 guns. How many guns did you say we have?
300 million.
Okay, so
So
gives you an idea of the
it's
task.
more than $300 million.
It'll cost our government how much? Do the math.
Yeah, many billions that we don't have. We'd have to
Obama
borrow,
didn't care. He just write a check.
Yeah, absolutely.
borrow some more from China.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I looked into it, and it turns out that while Obama's saying how great their gun policy is and what a great effect it has had on their society, it's actually completely false. They didn't have a mass murder problem there by gunshot prior to the gun ban.
Right. I think they had like one.
Yeah, they had a couple, and they've had a couple since.
Okay.
Not much has changed. In fact, homicide rates skyrocketed after the first year after the ban took effect.
Oh, you mean the good people didn't have guns, so the bad people did, and they still? Oh.
Yeah, maybe that has something to do with it. But since then, the rate has trailed off, and it's actually slightly lower now, 16 years or however many years after the ban took place, than it was prior to the ban. So it's finally lower today than it was almost 20 years ago when it took effect. So there's almost literally no measurable change in the actual outcome of homicide by gunshot. So what has gone up, though, is black market gun sales.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like the drug dealers, the cartels, how they make all the money on all the illicit drugs in the United States. Same thing there. You're just giving them an avenue for profit at that point.
That's crazy.
$15,000 to get an an assault rifle in Australia.
Well, you can get a full auto M16 for $15,000 over here. So it sounds like a deal now.
Probably the same thing.
Matter of fact, I wonder. You think Brock Landers? I don't know if he can hear me. Will the studio allow me to bring an assault weapon in next week? All right, we're gonna check and see if we're allowed to bring an assault weapon in next week to show everybody the difference between a squirrel gun and an assault weapon. Dave's showing me something he has right now. It's a pen. Don't worry. So going right back to Dave. So say, Dave, we met about a year ago. You help out a ton of my clients. We help them do credit repair. If they have a 550 credit score or they need to remove some stuff. Tell us a little bit about the services you offer to people.
Yeah, basically what I've always said is credit's a game that we're all required to play, but they never publish the rules on how to play it.
Right.
So that's exactly what we do at National Credit Federation is help people, win at the game of credit.
Yes.
Is essentially what it is. National Credit Federation, our corporate headquarters is here in Tampa. We've been around a decade. We've been featured in Forbes magazine, USA Today, Yahoo Finance, as well as 30 other major news outlets.
This guy's showing us up over here.
Man.
Forbes and US. I mean, okay, all right.
Maybe
right.
people.
So they're legit. I can attest to them
how many
being
employees
legit.
you have?
Did I mention we co-authored a book with Steve Forbes, and we're currently working with a couple sharks from ABC Shark Tank.
That's right.
Maybe people listen to our radio show after we have them on here or something.
That's a good idea.
That'd be pretty cool.
If any sharks are listening.
And the question of employees at the corporate
So are you guys
office
like
here,
is it Tampa, the corporate office?
Yeah, at the corporate office, we've got about 100 employees at our 25,000 square foot office.
Gotcha.
Right there off Bush
It's
Boulevard.
a beautiful office, by the way.
Yeah,
they have like
it's
the
been
entire floor
Yeah.
of that in one of the center of.
So you help everyone basically throughout the United States.
Yeah, everywhere. We're a national company, so we've got regional directors and field offices all across the nation, from East Coast all the way over to West Coast.
Gotcha. You started at the perfect time 10 years ago.
10 years ago, we started from the mortgage industry.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, and we were really heavily invested into real estate properties.
You guys caused the issue, now you're fixing it. It's all
It's
good.
a great business model, right?
It's
there.
a
circle of
It's
life,
awesome.
He's like, we all defaulted on everything we had, and then we had to find a way to fix our credit. So
That's perfect.
It started with 2 people at a kitchen table, and figured, hey, we're pretty good at this, and has grown to a national company. And
Awesome.
we've got a couple between our affiliates and everybody that we work with, a couple thousand affiliates and employees these days.
Nice.
nice. Hopefully, Obama's not listening. He's going to tag you for more health care there if he finds out how many employees you have.
We have 8.
8 full time.
What's the cap? Is it like 10?
It's 50.
Is it 50?
50.
So you have 49.
50 full time.
Would that be full time though?
Yeah, and then so you probably have 100 and something part time then.
No, we took that last year.
Oh,
the
man.
increase once you break the 50.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. But that's a good thing, though. You guys are growing. You guys really do.
You know
offer
what?
a good
It's
product.
awesome. There's so many people, because you mentioned we got in it at the right time. A lot of people are still hurt from that.
Oh, absolutely.
They were
Yeah.
hurt financially. They were hurt economically.
Well, people are still struggling,
and that's
especially with wage increases. Wages aren't increasing, and people are still in debt, and so things haven't changed much for people.
Well, how do you get out of it?
Absolutely.
There's no great knowledge out there. They don't teach in school. There's not anywhere you can go. Heck, Frank's in finances, and us talking for the first time, I taught him a lot of stuff. But that's exactly what we do, is we help people that are currently in or that have successfully come through a financial hardship take back control of their finances and credit, allowing them to achieve their financial goals. Like in Frank's case, we help a lot of people become homeowners. And that's awesome.
It's very interesting how complicated a credit report really is. All we ever hear is our credit score and our trade lines. Trade lines are the accounts that are on your credit. What do you owe? What are your payment terms? And credit score is your credit score. You got Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. In half an hour, Dave taught me the internals of how those scores are actually developed. There's actually codes behind the scenes that dictate how Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and FHA are going to look at your loan approval. That's part of your credit report. Dave's team digs in underneath the surface. They're not just going to tell you, hey, pay off a debt or stop calling this creditor or some BS. They're not going to charge you. That's another thing we got to get into is some of the costs a little bit, because a lot of people pay $2,000, $3,000. They pay these attorneys to do this credit repair. And in my opinion, it's bogus. The consumer, bureaus just tell you to stop paying your bills, which is the worst thing you can do. And then they consolidate them. And, next thing you know, all you're doing is paying a consolidated collection. It's ridiculous. I got to give out his text number again, because I have actually had multiple people texting me saying we need that number again. It is 813-344-1347. Again, 813-344-1347. Make sure you text WTF for what the FICO or what the Folk over to Dave Folk and talk to him. He's going to give you the free credit, not free credit report, sorry. It's $1. It's $1.
It's all three of them. So we're not going to just get one. We're going to get all three. Reports and scores. That's the big thing. You can get your reports, but generally they don't have actual scores with them. These are going to have scores.
These are real reports.
We're going to give you a free consultation with a highly trained professional. They'll go through your credit report, dissect it, tell you what you need to keep doing, start doing, and stop doing.
There you go.
100% free, and then I'll give you a free copy of my book. Like I said, The Credit Smackdown.
That is the Folking greatest book ever.
It is.
Dave Folk is the author. The Credit Smackdown.
We teach you the offense, the defense, and the playing field of credit.
Beautiful. Nice. We're going to take another break here, guys. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour on 970 and on Facebook Live, the Business Happy Hour. Go find us. We'll be back in a minute.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at Tampa Bay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Through life, every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way?
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour with your host, Frank Cotto, president of Lincoln Lending Group, and Ryan Pelkey, president of Tampa Bay Plumbers, and Doug Ford, president of Suncoast Roofing Solutions. We never gave out our numbers, our cool little vanity numbers. You can call me, 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, I'm going to drop the fee. And then Ryan is
813-PLUMBER, PLUMBER.
And he just drops the crap. Actually, he cleans it.
He cleans it up.
With one of my trucks that was just recovered by the police. Thank God.
How's the one you wrecked?
What's that?
How's the one that you wrecked?
No, it wasn't wrecked. It was involved in a little fender bender. But no, once it got back, the guy that I hired to put the equipment on it, basically stole it.
No way.
He wouldn't return the truck.
Are you serious?
He would not return the truck, so I had to serve him. I had to hire a private...
Ryan, you got to pay your guys. Come on now.
Yeah, right.
That's the worst part. I did pay him.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I didn't get what I paid for. Let's just put it that way. So he was supposed to deliver the truck. I couldn't. He was out of communication. Finally, I got the police to come out, the sheriffs to come out. They said, "Nah, you got to have a server serve him." Notice that he has to return the truck.
Those mechanics are just as bad as roofers.
Man, and these mortgage guys are like angels, I heard.
So we get them served, and then the next day it took hours to get the sheriff to actually do something. Once they did it, boom, he brought the truck right back. It was awesome. So I got the truck, and
good for that.
Yeah,
good for that.
Now we can clean some septic tanks.
Now you can really clean some poop. I love it. Hey, there's a couple quick plugs we got to give out for some show supporters. Great show supporters that we want to mention. Actually, a guy just did some work at my house. James Wright. James Wright owns Landscape Escape Tree Services. Incredible company. He's been serving the Bay Area for I think like 13 years. I'm sorry. And he is a certified arborist. The arborist always comes to the site to give you the quote. And he is looking forward to helping anybody who needs trees trimmed or any type of arbor work, trees removed. Great guy, James Wright at Landscape Escape Tree Service. And you can find him at 813-766-2353. Again, 813-766-2353. Make sure you call James. And then our great web guy, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, ArchyFX. He hooked up our Facebook page for the Business Happy Hour. Thank you very much. Got the YouTube page going.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that, Brian.
Brian's a great guy, guys. If you need any web services, give Brian a call.
Immense talent. Immense talent.
He also has one of those drones that he flies over Tampa and snaps pictures of you and you're in your bedroom and stuff.
He spies on you all the time. You don't even know it.
It's awful.
It's awful. I know. He found Doug hitting golf balls on the roof like 2 weeks ago. We got to see this picture. So Dave, you're going to give us. I know. I'm sorry, Doug. I'm sorry.
You're awful.
Somebody check the film.
Awful.
Check the film. Was that Doug up there?
Gosh.
Was that a 9-iron? Or was that... No, it was a 6. It was a 6. It was way too long of a shot. Dave's actually going to give us our business tip of the week. Every week we give a tip for entrepreneurs out there.
If we remember.
And Dave reminded us. Dave's been in business for 10 years. So Dave, give us a business tip.
The business tip I'm going to give you this week is, and you've seen this, so you can attest to this, is on the monitor in my office. I have a sticky note that hangs there all the time, and it says right there, why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this? And too often as an entrepreneur, we feel that nobody can do it better than us.
Right. It's true.
We just jump in and take care of it. And there's some magic to delegation. There truly is. And throughout the years, I've learned that even if it takes somebody twice as long as that it would take me to do it, I didn't have to do it.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
You can do something. What Dave's saying is
that
is wonderful.
I mean, you got to look at what you're paying people to do things and what's your time worth. That's really what it boils down to.
Focus on the high value pieces.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I can tell you from my experience too. You can get people that can do your job better than you too.
Oh, absolutely.
That is what you really want to look for. Don't just look for people to do your job. Look for them to do it better than you.
Correct.
And then you'll be successful.
Hopefully, all of our staff and all of our companies are listening right now.
Yeah.
Every time that you look at us and say, "Hey, boss, can you handle this?" Think about it. Should I be doing that or should you be doing that? No, in all reality, my staff is great. Jeff, I hope you're listening because Jeff, you do bust butt, and same with Heather and Ryan. You do a great job, and Alex, very proud to have you guys, and you do bust butt every single day, and they help me do what I do best, and that's drive the business and drive the company forward. And they do a great job picking up the slack. So great tip, Dave.
Yeah, you do have a great staff, man.
Oh, thank you.
Been battling.
That wasn't a Pulse nightclub comment, was it?
No.
Okay, just making sure because we did go to college together, so it's kind of weird. But man, sorry, too soon.
Talking about staffs? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just picking up on kinds of weird vibes in here. But Dave, we got a couple minutes left. Let's finish to talk about some of your services. One thing that I think is great about Dave is his services are extremely cost effective, very affordable for my clients. He turns a buyer around, turns a person into a buyer in usually about 6 months. A lot of times less than that. Just depends on how deep the credit is.
You said the magic word. It depends.
It depends.
We've had people that are done with our services in 30, 45 days.
Absolutely.
And then we've had people that have taken a little over a year.
Right.
It just depends on your situation. Are we talking about a couple items that need addressed? Are we talking about 10 years worth of mistakes that we have to address?
Yeah.
So it really just depends. And the cost is affordable. We want everybody to be able to afford our services. It's only $147 a month. And it's a month-to-month service. You're not locked into any long-term contract. You only use us for what you need.
Right.
And we feel that that's very cost-effective. And anybody that wants their dream job, wants to buy a car, wants to buy a house, wants to save money on their insurance premiums, can afford that, and the return is going to be tenfold.
Yeah, guys, what Dave just said, credit actually affects rates on everything, not just your loans, your insurance premiums. That's a great point. You go to get a homeowner's policy, they run your credit. They're going to see if you're a good guy to pay. Doesn't the price also go down after 6 months or something if you need longer, that you guys do something special? Or?
Absolutely. So, 6 months is about the magic thing.
Right.
If we need to continue on your services, it automatically drops down to $97 a month after that.
Yeah, that's great.
Then we have some lifetime protection plans in place for people that are done with us, almost like an insurance policy
on your credit for
their newly restored credit. So for as cheap as $10 a month, they can have our services at standby, almost like we're on retainer for them if something ever were to go wrong in the future. 3-4 years down the road, something happens, we'll just jump right back in like nothing happened.
You guys, we got to get off the air, but you heard it here. Dave Folk with the National Credit Federation. They're the people who call. Make sure you text him at 813-344-1347 and text WTF to Dave. Thanks for listening. We're going to see you guys next week on the Business Happy Hour. It's been a great time.